Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee. This is Raina. Raina is the co-host and official mascot of the channel. Her snack of the day today is Grill House ribeye flavored treats. They look like little steaks, and they don't smell too bad either. It says they're made with real meat, so let's see if Raina likes them. I'm sure she will. I have great faith in that. Yeah, doesn't seem too bad. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about all of my 5-star reads that I've had so far in 2025. The first now quarter of the year is nearly over, and I've had an amazing reading experience so far. I'm going to talk about 10 books in this video, 10 5-star reads that I've had. Can you believe it? Now, there will be no spoilers here at all. I'll be very brief as I talk about each book. But in the description now, I will have links to full reviews that I've done of probably the majority of these, actually. How I'm going to present them now is simply in the order in which I read them. So the first up is The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles. This book is set in the 50s. It is about young people that are on a road trip in the USA under very unusual circumstances. It's lots of fun. There's twists and turns. There's quirky characters. This is my first read by Amor Towles, and it probably won't be my last. Next, I read Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I don't have that book with me right now, by Melinda Lowe. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a coming-of-age story set in the 50s. It's about two young women who fall in love with each other at a time when that kind of thing is still very, very taboo. Add to that one of the young women is Asian American, with her dad being accused of being communist at a time when, unfortunately, that was happening fairly routinely for people of Asian descent in this country. I have another book by Melinda Lowe that is a follow-up to Last Night at the Telegraph Club, and it is called A Scatter of Light. And I know that it will appear on a monthly TBR very soon. Next was Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. This is a debut novel by this author. It involves a brother and sister who are estranged from each other and are forced back together by the passing of their mom. The family is of Jamaican descent, and black cake is a dessert that was always served for special occasions, birthdays, weddings, funerals, things like that. Their mom has recorded several stories about her life, and they have never been told these stories in the family. So according to their mom's wishes, they must listen to these recordings in the presence of their family lawyer. Now, the black cake is an analogy kind of to what is passed down from generation to generation, much like the recipe for the cake. So this is an outstanding story, very well written. Next is Secret Life of Bees. This is by Sue Monk Kidd. This is set in the 1960s in South Carolina. It is about a 14-year-old girl who has unfortunately lost her mom under very strange circumstances. Her dad is cruel to her, emotionally and physically, and basically she ends up kind of running away from home with their housekeeper, who also needs to leave the area under some very tense circumstances as well. They do locate a bee farm that sells honey in a neighboring town of theirs, and while they're there, they can see and start to learn that life can be different. Maybe not perfect, but certainly better. So in that nurturing environment now, our main character, whose name is Lily, the 14-year-old, is better able to process the circumstances surrounding the death of her mom and to kind of start to come to some resolutions about herself. So it's really a very, very beautiful story. Next is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. He's a new favorite author of mine. Just great, tense thrillers that have a lot of emotion and grit to them. In this one, we get a black sheriff in a rural southern county who encounters the work of a serial killer. There's also a police shooting by one of his deputies in the opening scenes. So there's a lot happening, lots of action and tension. S.A. Cosby has a new book coming out in June called King of Ashes, and I will be all over that. Highly recommend this book and this author. Time out for a ribeye. And now, if you're wondering if her debut novel was just luck, or would she be able to write another one that is just as good? The answer is yes, because Charmaine Wilkerson did it again with Good Dirt. This is also a generational story. The book opens with a shocking crime in which a young Black teenager is shot. And during this incident, an old family heirloom is also damaged. It is a piece of pottery, which once somebody points it out, you can see it on the cover, that has been in their family for a long time and was actually made by one of their enslaved ancestors. Now, I actually liked this even a little better than Black Cake, but really both are outstanding books. Just a little bit so you can see Raina better. I'm never sure exactly where she's going to land. Next is a band book. It is called Number the Stars, and that is by Lois Lowry. This is a gripping, kind of, I guess it could be child or young adult story set in Denmark during World War II. In it, we follow a Danish family who is assisting in moving members of the Jewish population by boat to Sweden, where they will be safe from the Nazis, because at the time they have occupied Denmark. It's incredible. It actually taught me some history that I did not know. And it is also just a beautiful story of the good that humans are capable of. It's a YA story. Yes, it's true, but I encourage you to read it if you never have. Next is The Maid by Nita Prose. What a fun read this was. Molly the maid is an unusual character. She is very proud to be a maid at a luxury hotel. She loves cleaning things and making them look perfect. She's very naive in a lot of ways, and she kind of ends up inadvertently getting herself involved with a criminal gang. So it's got some humor to it. It's funny. It's a little sad in some parts, and it has a bit of mystery as well. I would dare you to read it and not fall in love with Molly the maid. She is just a great character. Let's see what we can do with these snacks. Got to keep Raina interested. She looks very interested, doesn't she? So next is Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. This is the second book in the Beartown series. I loved Beartown, but I did wonder if it was worth time to read the whole series. Again, I found the answer to be yes. As soon as I got started on this novel, I knew I wasn't going to be able to put it down. I could just tell right away. I have The Winners, which is the third and final book in the series, and I will gladly pick that up sometime soon. I feel like I'm living in Beartown when I'm reading these, and that I know the characters so well. And yeah, it's got a lot of good points to it. This is an excellent book. Last but certainly not least is God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is a 2024 book of the month that was also named the book of the year. It is very well written. It's a thriller. It has everything you want in a thriller. It has suspicious characters, a serial killer, dark woods, a dysfunctional family, lots of twists and turns. But at the same time, I did find it to be a little bit of an emotional read. I felt very empathetic towards some of the characters, and I found that to be maybe a little bit different for a thriller. It's an incredible story, and it's well worth your time. So that's it, my friends. Those are the 10 books that so far I have given 5 stars to in 2025. I am very grateful to have read 10 5-star books in 3 months. I think that's pretty incredible. And I also have now, at the end of this video, I'll have a little bit of video of my aerogardens and how those are coming along. I have promised an update on those. So if you choose to hang around and watch that, that's great. Otherwise, I thank you for watching so far. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. So I did a video where I showed me planting these microgreens. And this is like now day 8. And they've grown very well. You can see on the left, that is the kale. And it's grown actually taller and a little bit more full maybe than the red cabbage, which is on the other side, on the right side. But they're both ready to be cut and eaten. I'm going to cut some today to put on a salad. Especially the kale really kind of needs to start being cut. And then the cabbage would probably benefit from being thinned out a little bit so the rest can grow in. And within the next few days, I'll probably cut all of it. And yeah, that'll be a few salads, maybe sprinkle some on a sandwich or in a soup, and it'll be very tasty. At the same time that I planted those, I planted these lettuce plants, and they are coming up right now out of the little pod that they're in. There's one there. As soon as it starts touching the edges of this plastic piece, we can take that off. And this one too is right on up to the edge. So yeah, it'll be coming over soon and getting started. Lettuce grows very quickly, so we got to really keep an eye on that and thin it out as needed. So that'll also be nice in salads. And then finally, the peppers. I had showed these, like I say, about 8 days ago. They're a little bigger now. You can really see where there's some coming in. And I think this is going to be just an excellent plant. There was one underneath that was, yeah, these here. Still kind of has its flower around it, but inside of there, there's probably a little pepper. I'm just going to leave it alone for now and let it do what it needs to do. But yeah, there's quite a few. So really important at this stage to keep the nutrition up so that they have enough nutrition to grow into nice big peppers. But that's what the whole plant looks like. It's pretty nice. It's probably a good 6 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller. So yeah, nice update on the plants. All right. So here is the salad I made with the microgreens on the top. There's a bed of spinach on the bottom that's been tossed in some oil and lemon. And then there's also some steamed asparagus. There's some tabbouleh, which is a Middle Eastern dish. It's made with a certain type of wheat, and it's got different spices inside of it. And there's some cheese squares, and there's some celery slices also. And I made a little bit of extra dressing to put on top. So yeah, that's what you can do with microgreens.